2 weeks ago, on November 12th, a family made a discovery that no loved one would ever want to make. Little 3-year-old Brycen Head was pulled from the bottom of his backyard swimming pool without a pulse and was not breathing. Due to the quick actions of the family by calling 911, the collective efforts of all the first responders, the staff at Phoenix Children's Hospital, and a little Thanksgiving miracle, little Brycen Head is well on his way to a full recovery and has his entire life in front of him. Today, we are here to share the details of Brycen's miracle, as well as a few water safety tips for the winter. Here to speak on behalf of all the first responders who treated Brycen is Peoria Fire Captain Matt Russell.
Okay, I just wanted to first of all say that what an amazing thing to be able to come here today and speak on behalf of the first responders and Brycen for really, like Mike said, a Thanksgiving miracle. I know our crew coming to that call, it's a horrible tone that you hear when it goes off in your station because you hear it, you know it's a drowning, it's a special tone that comes out. It gets everybody at a new frame of mind on the way to the call. Our crew kind of put together a plan of treatment, what we were going to do with the information we had, that it was a small boy, possible drowning, and just pulling up on scene. We'd already had a plan in place for ourselves as far as just kind of a treatment plan is how we wanted to attack it and how we wanted to transport the patient and what kind of benchmarks we wanted to get set in place first. And one of the major things was, really good CPR and establish an airway before we even consider transporting. And we accomplished all those things very quickly. Hayla was on scene right away. We were able to get the kid. Brycen started off, we got there, and he was completely what we call just poor condition. Asystolic, which means he had no electrical activity in his heart whatsoever. He was not breathing, obviously no pulses, and we took that child, we had a Glendale police officer, initiated CPR on him, was doing great CPR when we got there, and continued to work on the patient. And you could just see the fight because he started to come around. He started to get pulses back. Aggressive CPR was really the key in this, and getting a good airway on him. And so we had an airway established, and Halo was there. We transferred care. Just an amazing story to find out that it has a happy ending and a good outcome. And I'm so proud of my guys, and the fight that little Brycen showed is just incredible. And we're just really, it's just such a great call because like I talked to my chief about, is every fire we go on, that fire goes out no matter what. It always goes out, whether I'm there or my crew's there. But I feel like we had just a real special group of guys that day. The date being 11/12/13, we talked about at the beginning of the shift that this could be a really special day. Maybe we'll have a great call. Not a great call by any stretch. It's a call that everybody dreads having to go on. But to come here today and be able to speak on behalf of Brycen and the guys that represented public safety, it's an honor, and I appreciate it, and thanks for having me.
I think the first responders did an excellent job. We often don't get to thank you guys because we don't usually see you in the intensive care unit, but you all did a tremendous job. And really, by the time Brycen reached us, most of the work had been done. He had gotten a heart rate back, and we had just continued to watch over him, tried to do the care that's appropriate for him.
Thank you, Dr. Lou. At this time, I'd like to introduce you to the mother of little Brycen, Mrs. Autumn Head.
I don't even know where to start. I'm just so thankful for everyone involved in, this situation. I have my boys are like the world to me. I couldn't even imagine when all this happened. It was just like a total blur. It was by far the scariest thing that, has ever happened, and I will never ever be able to show how really grateful I am that I still have my baby here because of you guys. And through this whole thing, you guys have been, it hasn't been just like a job for you guys. You guys personally came and were checking on him the whole way through, and opened your doors for us to go pay a visit and say thank you. And I'm just truly grateful, because we'd be in a whole nother place if you guys didn't try so hard and do so much and never give up. So thank you very much.
That's him? This child is a product of the quick responses by our firefighters. Our police officers that arrived on the scene did quick CPR. And this family, this community, this entire valley lives in a system where the closest fire department responds. This call was actually in the city of Glendale. The city of Peoria was the closest fire paramedic station that arrived on the scene to treat the child. Our paramedic helicopter, Halo, arrived on the scene. Our incident commander showed up, and it seemed like the system worked the way that the system is designed to work. And from the time that the call was dispatched to the time that this child is in the arms of Dr. Liu and his staff to help save his life is nothing short of a minor Thanksgiving miracle. However, I say minor, this happens more than 36,000 times in the city of Glendale, calls for service. And across this valley, firefighters, police officers respond as quickly as they can to try to help those that are in need, those that are in trouble, and we do the very best that we can. I know for a fact that this family will be giving extra prayer tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day, to have their little boy back, and he's going to have a very happy, productive life, I'm sure. But he's also going to have that one day that the family's going to recall and be very thankful to our police officers, to our firefighters, to our paramedics that arrived, to our hospital staff, the many partners that are responsible not only for this child being alive today, but this happens every day in this valley. Police officers, firefighters, you're a wonderful group. You came into this job knowing that your job is going to be difficult. This is one of those stories where we get to tell that's not only a success, but it's also a tribute to your professionalism, your training, and your level of commitment to your community. So thank you on behalf of the Glendale Fire Department to our many partners for having this child here with us today. I'd like to bring up Captain Matt Russell, Brian Taylor, Dan Els, Jesse Anderson. From Southwest Ambulance 153, Joe Kroll, Chris Martinez. From Helicopter Air Ambulance Halo 151, John McGee, Charles Boughton, and Police Officer Joe Ziura. The Glendale Fire Department recognizes your excellence on this day. We thank you so much for your service and, again, your professionalism. Officer Joe Ziura, please come forward. Thank you so much, sir. Captain Matt Russell, Peoria Fire Department. Red truck, not yellow. Blue partial of yellow trucks, but that's okay. Bo Taylor. Dan Els. Step forward, please. Jesse Anderson. From Southwest Ambulance 153, Joe Kroll. And Joe's partner, Chris Martinez. From Paramedic Halo 151, our air ambulance, John McGee. And his partner, Charles Boughton, from Sun City West. Gentlemen, thank you. This is an incredible life-saving incident, and we congratulate you on your success and many more. Thank you.
Oh, I mean, they saved my son's life, and like they said, when they showed up, he had there was no heartbeat, there was no breathing. They were working on him, and it was a long time before he ever started. They got the slight pulse or anything. So I mean, they never gave up on my son. They never gave up on him.